Hi everybody and welcome. My name's Stuart Hayden, founder of Storm Beach, specialising in authentic leadership. I'm a coach, consultant, facilitator, speaker and author of this book, It's Not About the Coach. And that's the purpose of today's video, is to share a reading from my book. I'm going to talk about the area of possibilities, and the book is around coachees working with coaches. So the book is for the coachee, not the coach. And for any coachee, it's really important to have a sense of their journey, what's going to happen at the start, the middle, or the end of their coaching relationship, whether it's with your manager, teacher, whether it's in sport, start of a new season, whatever it might be. And there are three phases that you might go through in kind of like maturity of that journey as a learner, as a coachee, as a player, whatever it might be. The first one is around possibilities, which I'll focus on shortly. The second one, which I'll look at again in a later video, is around perception, so how your perception shifts and changes. And the final one, which will be a third video, which is around performance. So let's start with looking at possibilities. So this is typically early stages in your coaching, initial conversations, initial meetings, where you're holding on to lots of different possibilities and assessing what might happen for you. So I'll enter into a short reading and then I'll open it up a little bit. It's all invented. Everything you can and can't do, it's just a story. There are plenty of contributors, but you are the author. Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream." That was his narrative. He didn't say, "I have a plan." You know how he assessed his possibilities. Anything is possible. Endless possibilities that you struggle to keep up with. A narrative that is constantly in flow, defining and redefining. The person you are one day is not who you are the next. An ever-changing story, frustrating on the one hand, exhilarating on the other. So this is the time just to be really open to different possibilities. So when you're just considering what's going to happen for you in your journey, just be really open. There's lots of different possibilities. And I guess it's so important not to discount anything yet as well, because things can come into play that might at this stage feel crazy and scary and wild and all the rest of it, but just hold on to those different possibilities. So a good coachee fundamentally holds on to different possibilities, doesn't discount, can change and shift these possibilities, but just holds on to different options available to them. Okay? And a coach can then go on to help make choices around possibilities and prioritize them and change them and break them down into manageable chunks and bring them into reality. Okay, but hold on to those different possibilities would be great. So let me talk about possibilities in a bit more detail, and I'll dip into 5 different areas of the book. So the reason I choose 5 different areas is because you'll probably be connected to some or all of these different areas. So the first one is about your soul and how grounded you feel as a coachee. So in terms of your possibilities, you're looking really to find out what your story is. So a story that grounds you, takes you to your center, connects with your soul. What you really want to achieve deep down, gentle and relaxing possibilities, depth, essence and identity, daydreaming and part of who you are. So that's soul. Number 2 is about your body, so physical action. Noticing changes in our body, a spring in our step as we bound from one possibility to another. Energy shifts, the story floods out. People want to connect with our vision, hanging on to your coattails, and the final chapter of your story. Third of 5 areas is around emotions and your heart, passion. Our heart plays an important role, guiding the narrative, providing a safe environment in which to operate. Proud, excitable, scared, intuitive. Possibilities emerge, smiles and laughter, what we know to be true without quantification. 4 of 5 is around the intellect, and we're actually starting from the ground up, right? So more about your intellect and mind and thoughts when you assess possibilities. Our mind hangs on to these possibilities. As the narrative plays out, it keeps track of your progress. A school of thought. Thoughts graduate. Don't overthink. Too much logic can kill off your greatest ideas. And finally, spirit. So we're certainly up and above now a little bit more so. So this is about meaning and connection and values and authenticity. Your story takes on its own new meaning. Possibilities that fuel your spirit. connecting to other stories seamlessly. Morals and moods create harmony. The author and narrative combined. Neither is the dominant force. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe. And there you have it. So the overarching question we have here is, what's your story? As coachee, just think about what your story is, and just right now you've got so many different chapters available to you at the start. Just hold on to those different options and take them from there. Okay? So I hope you found that useful. The second video is going to look at perception, and the third one will look at performance. So if you look at all three, it'll join them all together and give you better clues as to how to navigate your coaching journey.